Let the drama commence.
Right. How we feeling?
We're feeling pretty hype. This is getting intense. Shit's happening. That
So,
flashback
hello,
last
everyone.
episode was cute. Hello.
How are you doing? Welcome back to Echo.
This lighting is so dramatic.
Right?
Oh my god. Here we go.
Are you ready
man.
for the climax of
T-
TJ's route?
It's picking up. I'm real excited to see where it goes. Like, are we going to murder this fucking lizard?
Yes.
Is that what we're
Why
going?
not the Lynx?
Yes.
Are we gonna just kill them both? Are we here to do that? I don't.
That's what I would do. Clean slate. It opens the door for the relationship with Leo.
All roads lead to Leo.
Yes.
Everything you do.
Yes.
All roads. Jenna's fucking gone.
Yeah.
Carl's
In the hospital,
Basically
we'll get
gone.
him later. We'll finish the job.
finish the job. Oh no. The genocide route for Echo is yeah.
We'll also have to kill Julian later because he knows too much.
It's true. But we were just gonna do
Wait,
that anyway.
we'll hire Janice.
That's true. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, he's on shift. He's on shift.
That's
probably what was
Done.
going to happen. Done
He's
deal.
already dead.
Yeah, he's cleaned up. Loose end, consider it tied.
Fuck. Okay.
That's good.
I know where Flynn and TJ are. Do you like how he just didn't give that information to Julian?
Yeah.
It's like,
He's just like, yeah,
out
sure.
of the way.
All right, see ya. Bye.
He probably thinks that's the best place to get the truth out of TJ. His truck sits there in the small parking lot alone, gleaming in the setting sun. I pull right next to it and look inside. Empty. I park and shut off the engine, jumping out and jogging toward the faint trail through the sagebrush, probably full of ticks. I knew exactly where to go.
Ooh,
It's good.
the
It's good.
dramatic sun.
Instead of turning right like we did yesterday to get to the boulder, I take a left. I haven't been on this part of the beach in over a decade, not since it happened. Also, do me a favor. Go to the audio thing and turn up the desktop display.
Turn up.
The desktop
This guy?
audio. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it there for now.
Okay.
It'll be important for later.
Okay.
I know this is I know this is the right direction though, and soon enough I see the bend on the beach that turns into the shallows that we'd played in so many times. I also see an old set of tracks leading in that direction. Flynn's footsteps, not hard to recognize with their long clawed toes. But there's another pattern next to them. They aren't footprints, but drag marks, like Flynn's had been dragging something next to him.
Oh my god.
I pick up the pace and start to run, breath catching in my throat, that feeling of not being able to turn back looming over me like a dark fog. The water and sand around me is starting to tinge. Wait, tinge?
Yeah.
Yeah, tinge a soft red with the setting sun. For a moment, I wonder what would happen if I stop. What if I turn back instead of turning this corner? I know that my life will turn out very, very differently if I do. That thing in the mirror, the town, it told me so. But I feel like I'm on a set of train tracks cutting through the desert with an alternative path to speak of, with no alternate path. And I've been on this track ever since I decided that I need to protect TJ. As I turn the corner, I see them immediately. TJ is sitting on the beach, his knees drawn up to his chest as he stares downwards. Flynn is standing over TJ, his paws on his hips, looking down at the cat. It looks like he's been thrown there by the lizard, but I finally feel rage replace the anticipation and fear. His gamer rage. It's finally going to happen, and now I want it to. Hey! Flynn immediately whirls around, eyes wide as he spots me sprinting towards him. He takes a step back as I get closer, but I skid to a stop 10 feet away, glaring at him as my paws clench into fists. What the hell are you doing? I scream at him, wanting to let him know just how pissed I am. It feels good, finally not being afraid or worried about what's going to happen. Because now I know there's no other option. Flynn looks taken aback for a moment, looking me up and down before he straightens up. He hasn't forgotten what happened between us yesterday, and I can tell that he's afraid of me.
I don't know why anyone would be afraid of Chase.
I don't know, Chase is...
Not imposing.
But in this route, his personality.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe he has an imposing aura.
That's true. That could...
Maybe the stand behind him is menacing.
What's the name of his stand?
Fuck, you know I don't know music.
Shadow Chase.
Oh, it's a Bug Boy. That's Chase's stand. Sorry. Get the fuck out of here, Chase. This isn't about you.
You fucking bet it is. I look at TJ, and he's gone back to staring at the ground, expression vacant. What are you doing to him?
I'm not doing anything to him except asking him some questions.
About?
You know exactly what about.
He's trying to confirm your secret. Get away from him.
So is that like Shadow Chase? Like,
No, that's
text?
not the font.
I know it's not the font, but what font is it? Is it?
This is a unique text for... This is a unique entity.
It might, maybe, huh? I guess so. Like, I mean,
He is not Shadow Chase. This is not Samuel.
is it like
Is it Echo?
Echo for him? Because, like, I mean, for Flynn, Echo was Sydney. Kind of.
Yeah.
So, like,
I interpret this as the spirit of Echo.
yeah.
Since Chase describes it as ancient.
Yeah. As in, like, you know, been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of cool.
I say each word deliberately. Wait. Deliberation. Wait.
With deliberation.
With deliberation.
So, the same thing.
Yeah. Taking a few steps closer to the lizard. Flynn steps back again, but only with one foot, and he doesn't back away further.
You stay the fuck away from me, Chase. And what the hell have you been doing this whole week?
Fapping. Flynn seems to grow a little more confident with that. What do you mean? I stop and cross my arms, waiting.
What I asked yesterday. And after what happened to Carl, I think I'm owed a fucking explanation.
I feel the anger rise up even more in my chest. You want an explanation after the shit you've been pulling? Flynn once again looks taken aback by my anger.
What the hell are you talking about?
My paws move to my pocket. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That fucked up scavenger hunt that you set us on. That you started with Carl. Flynn gapes at me.
What?
I feel some of my resolution dissolve as the lizard's face looks completely bewildered. He's lying. Anger wells once again. Quit fucking lying to me. I know what you did, and I know what you think happened. Flynn steps forward.
Chase, get the fuck out of here. This isn't about you. TJ's telling me what happened.
I look down at TJ, again at the vacant stare. What did he do? What did he tell you?
Leave. This isn't about you.
Flynn walks up to me, giving me a hard shove in the chest. I stumble back. Really? I feel my paws reach into my pocket as if of its own accord. I grasp the note, and even though my nerves fail me as I'm pulling it out, it seems to happen on its own. Oh, that's a fun...
Yeah.
Then what the hell is this? I unfold the note, ripping the old page in the process. But it's intact even when I present it in front of Flynn's face. Flynn's brow furrows in confusion for a moment before he takes it roughly from my paws. He stares at it, eyes scanning the page, as if looking at it from all angles. Finally, his eyes flick up to look at me.
What the fuck is this?
He whispers hoarsely. I look straight back at him, waiting for the expression of familiarity, the guilt, the knowledge that that piece of paper is his own doing. But instead of what the mirror promised, I get shock and confusion instead.
The mirror played Chase for a fool. Oh my god.
Just like that, I feel my determination break down. It was as if something had been driving me to this moment, and that cloud covering my brain breaks for a moment. For a moment, things are clear, and I'm left in a daze.
What is this?
His voice turns up into a scream, and it's such a horrible sound that I stumble back. He holds the paper up, showing me, and I stare as if I'd never seen it before. Unlike the other notes, this one is a crude drawing. On the far left of the page, a small stick figure with lynx ears is kneeling on the beach, surrounded by clams and starfish. He's covered in his face, tears falling to the sand below. Extending out from the beach, poorly drawn waves spread across the top of the page to represent the lake. Far below the waves, two figures are connected near the bottom of the page. One has X eyes, his legs and arms splayed out, tiny little bubbles coming out from his mouth. Below that figure sits another below him, grinning mischievously, holding the drowning stick figure down by his tail. As if the picture wasn't descriptive enough, words and arrows label the characters. Toby sits on the beach, Sydney dead in the water, and Chase holding him down. I'd looked at the drawing so many times before, but now to have Flynn be the one to show it to me. But he had to have been the one to draw this. Who else could have done it?
Who else draws the characters like that, Chase?
I don't know. Carl?
You... Shut the fuck up and read.
But here he was, standing there in a state of shock, just like me. But I could see his expression very quickly morphing into fury. All my plans to confront him, to figure out how he found out, are thrown out the window because he'd just found out. I'm completely unprepared, and conveniently, the presence that spurred me on has left as well.
He's like, alright, my work's done. Peace out.
Time to sit back, relax, watch the show.
I know. The spirit of Echo over just on the beach with some popcorn. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh
As
boy.
he cracks open a can of beer. Ooh,
Let's go.
it's a good night.
Sips the tea. Oh, yes.
Do you think he sips it like here or all the way up here near the eye? Like,
All the way near the eye. Yeah, on the side of the mouth.
like, and it's only now that I realize how stupid this all was. It's like I've been tricked. You were tricked!
Oopsie daisy. Chase.
Flynn's walking towards me, and his expression is nothing I've seen before.
Chase.
I can see it in his eyes what he's about to do. I back away, stumbling, and that's when he rushes me, tackling me to the ground and crushing me into the hard, sharp rocks beneath. Unlike yesterday, all my strength and confidence has abandoned me. It's like whatever has been driving me has left me right at this moment, taken several steps back to watch. Like it wanted this to happen all along.
Oh, yes.
Flynn's fists find my face. First one on the right side, then another on the left.
Echo be like, you little bitch!
Oh my god.
Got him. Got him.
Echo has a good sense of humor. I like it. Each one brings a flash of light to my vision, and at that moment, all senses leave me. It's kind of nice in a way, like I don't have to be present for the horror that I've brought upon myself. A few more punches come my way, the impacts like earthquakes in my head, but I don't feel any pain. Instead, they leave me feeling stunned, like I've been electrocuted. I can feel blood pouring from my nose like a faucet, though, and soon it fills my mouth with a familiar metallic taste.
You fucking piece of shit. You think you can just play with me like this?
Yeah, dead in the smoke room. His strong, big hands find my neck and start to squeeze. Through blurred vision, I can see him above me, eyes filled with tears, glaring down at me with a rage that I didn't know was possible.
You little shit! You won't fucking get away with this shit this time.
I hear the rustling leaves again. My my reflection, Sydney, the town, whatever it is, laughing at me.
Yeah.
Vaguely, I wonder if Flynn had been spurred on by it too. We're puppets. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Nice to know he's aware of everything.
Yep. I mean, he's been around a little while to maybe piece some things together, so, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Nothing seems real right now. What's happening to me? To Flynn? What's happening between us? It seems impossible. But the breath that's stuck in my throat is very real, and I start to see stars and blackness beginning to cloud my vision. After the thing as I've done, I guess I deserve it. I guess this is the appropriate way to go out. Flynn? A soft voice coming from the distance. It was me. I did it. Hands come away from my throat, and I take in one massive breath, like I've come up from the water after being under for far too long. Excuse me. Spit and blood go down my throat and into my lungs as I roll over, letting out a great cough, spraying the rock in front of my face with dark drops of blood.
What?
I watch blood drip to the flat rock in a steady rhythm from my nose, having to breathe extra hard through my mouth because of it. I said I did it. It was an accident. I pushed him out into the water, and he drowned. I grabbed the rock, stumbling to my feet, feeling that old anger return. He's going to kill Toby. Stop him. I stumble unsteadily to my feet and turn to the lizard with his back to me, approaching TJ. He will never leave Toby alone, just like Sydney. I stumble after them and tighten around the the rock, the back of Sydney's head in my sight.
What did you say?
But you can stop it for good. Break the cycle.
Or,
Circle.
perpetuate the circle.
Yeah? Yeah?
Keeping it going, you dumb ass.
Do you think Chase cares?
No, not at this point. He's fucking gone, bro.
I'm a few steps away from Flynn when I swing, bringing it down on his head as hard as I can. The sound is awful. Immediately, Flynn bends over, screaming in pain as his paws come up to clutch the back of his head. I swing again, this time glancing off the top of his head, most of my power robbed by the poor angle. Flynn turns to me then, still crouching low, and tries to tackle me. I stay on my feet for the most part, but I'm pushed back several feet as I grab onto his back for support. I feel the cold water on my feet. But that's when I grab the lizard under his armpits and start to pull up both of us further. Flynn doesn't seem to realize what's happening until the water's up to his knees. He stands up straight, and I see the blood running down his face from his head. He glares at me, expression wild, gaze clouded by it, just like mine, and he takes a swing at me. It lands on my jaw. Though my head is snapped to the side and another flash fills my vision, I'm able to grab that paw and swing him out further into the lake. The lizard stumbles in the shallows, standing up, waist deep, and that's when I throw myself at him with everything I've got. I tackle him into the water, and we're both submerged. I feel the change in Flynn's demeanor. The change as he realizes that he's gone from fighting for the truth to fighting for his life. claws come out and scratch at my arms, but I ignore it. The cold of the water numbing any pain that I might have left. I kick up further out into the lake, my powerful tail and body coming into play, doing what I was built to do. I know I knocked the breath out of Flynn when I burrowed into him, so he doesn't have much time before he needs another breath. I'm not going to give it to him. I thrust us both through the water, downwards against the rock and the sand below. He grasps at me, kicking with his feet, and I catch a glimpse of his face then. It's not anger anymore, or clouded. Instead, he stares at me with shock and utter disbelief. I'm killing him, and he realizes it. He also realizes the truth then. I see it in his eyes. What he's wanted to know for the past decade, he realizes in the last minutes of his life. He kicks at me with his feet, his moments becoming even more desperate. His paws move to my neck, trying to choke me again, but it's useless. I already have my breath. I watch bubbles spurt from his muzzle, then all at once in a gash. His paws go from strangling to pleading. He grabs me by the shoulders, shaking, tugging, looking into my eyes. But I'm relentless, that feeling of not being able to turn back too strong. His muzzle opens, trying to breathe out, only taking in water. He thrusts, his thrashing turns up a notch, scratching my legs with his claws as he kicks even harder. His second burst of desperation only lasts a few seconds, though. His movements are growing more and more tired, weaker and weaker. He's not looking at me anymore, eyes staring past me towards the glimmering surface above. A place I'll never let him see again. His movements become more sporadic, like he's having convulsions. My instincts tell me to let him go, to end this insanity, but my paws don't let me. I close my eyes and press harder. After a few more minutes, I don't feel any more movement. Slowly, I let go, careful not to look at his face. His body stays still for the most part, moving back and forth gently with the current. I kick to the surface, my limbs numb as I break through the cold air above. I pull myself along through the rocks, gasping and feeling incredibly weak for some reason. My stomach lurches, and for a moment I feel as if I'm going to throw up. I stay there on my hands and knees, staring into the water at my reflection. My face looks blank, and for a moment I see the horrible gashed mouth. I know I'm crying, even if the lake water is covering it up. What happened? But as I look up, and as I see TJ there, everything comes together. He's on his knees, staring past me, mouth hanging open. Suddenly, I remember exactly why it is this all happened, and my chest fills with the warmth and love for the cat as I stumble towards him on my knees. TJ doesn't seem to notice me as I wrap my arms around him, pressing his face into my chest. I've got you. We're okay. He's not gonna hurt you anymore. I breathe heavily into the lynx's ear as I whisper to him, wanting to let him know that everything is going to be okay. Finally, I feel him shake his head against my body. Chase! Why? Because he knew, and he was never gonna leave us alone. He tried to kill us. I kiss the top of the cat's head gently, wanting him to know how much I care. Is he? He's gone. TJ sobs against me, but I only hug him tighter. Why did you do that? He reached out to my left, and I look, seeing the paper and the lake. I'm not sure which he's talking about, me showing Flynn the paper or killing him. Oh, you can turn it down just a little bit.
Okay, a little bit loud.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
I don't know, so I don't answer. Instead, I hug him even tighter, whispering in his ear. It'll be just like the last time. You won't tell anyone our secret. We won't tell anyone our secret. Something turns ominous in the air. Something horrible. That horrible tension I'd felt dissipate when we opened the letter returns. This town needs secrets.
Jeez.
We'll tell them he tried to kill us. We had to protect ourselves. TJ leans tiredly against me, his arms limp. We're gonna be okay. Just like last time. We can forget. TJ doesn't respond, so I look out at the lake and get a shock as I see Flynn floating there, close to the shore. He's face down, back just barely touching the surface. For a moment, I wonder if it's not too late, if there's still enough life in him to be revived. But that same feeling holds me back, and I cling to TJ instead. We're gonna be okay. We were manipulated. We keep moving in circles. That voice comes to the surface for a moment, for the first time, sounding stunned. I return to focusing on the Lynx, the whole reason why I did any of this in the first place. Whatever happens, I'm going to protect him from all the shitty people in the world that wants to hurt him. By the time we get to our feet, it's dark, and I have to help the Lynx along through the sagebrush. He's quiet, robotic-like he was he was the first time this happened. I help him into my car, and I get into the driver's seat, quietly pulling out of the parking lot, leaving Flynn's empty truck behind. I watch it disappear in the rearview mirror, sitting alone under the yellow parking lot light. As we drive along the road, the Lynx stares out the window. I can still feel the tension in his arms and legs, making it difficult to keep the wheel steady. My heavy, wet clothes stick to the seat. Finally, we get to the freeway, and I look back again, echo just a series of tiny lights, insignificant on the desert landscape. It seems absurd that that place was where all that horror happened, where all of that horror still is. Chase? I snap out of my daydream, looking over at the Lynx, his eyes glowing gently in the fading light. After we're done with wherever we're going. The police station? Yeah. Could you give me a ride back to CCU? I missed my bus. TJ smiles sheepishly. I blink, wondering what to say. Does he not realize? Then I realize what he's doing, what's happening. Just like last time. I clear my throat. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll give you a ride for sure. Thanks, Jace.
Oh my god.
TJ smiles at me, then goes back to looking out the window. I wonder if he'll forget what happened, like what happened with Sydney. I hope that I can. We drive off into the dark desert, toward the soft glow of Peyton in the distance.
Jesus Christ.
5 years later.
Okay. Oh my. Okay. Oh shit! It's the boys. The boys are here.
It's the good boys.
The good boys. Oh my god.
You can voice Devin.
That was fucked.
That was really messed up.
That was fucked.
What do you mean?
Bro.
That was horrible.
What do you mean? Oh, so it was a little hard to hear because of the TV. The song that plays when you're choking Flynn to death is the same song that plays when Flynn reunites with Carl and Jenna's route. It's the song Sunrise Without You, so it has dual meaning.
Wow.
It's either the reunion or the departing.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, so like, even at the end of Jenna's route, he gets a phone call that his aunt's been murked.
Yeah.
Literally the best ending for Chase is Leo's route.
Yeah.
I like that ending for him.
No, it's good.
It's like that, and his ending in Carl's route's good as well.
True.
Where he goes back to college and like
Yeah.
kind of finds himself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the best ending is Carl's route for Flynn, right?
No, the best route ending for Flynn's character is Jenna's, because he's still
For his character, yeah.
No,
Leo's is fine though. Like, I mean, they all get out of Echo.
yeah,
But,
we
that
don't.
doesn't particularly mean that he stayed away from Echo. You know,
Yeah.
like he didn't move on from it.
We don't know what happened.
No, like Leo's route was for the cathartic moving on of Chase and Leo, as well as maybe even Sam. You know, somewhat.
Yeah.
But like, my God, that's so fucked. And then just the fucking, like,
You don't like them driving off into the sunset together?
that's crazy.
You don't
to
think that's
me.
cute?
I don't know. I feel like TJ. Oh my God. I mean, fuck. You know, happened once. You know.
Yeah.
They can.
TJ will just forget again.
yeah, it sounded like no, the way he was like.
Well, TJ covered up the
Talking to
murder
him.
from
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah. Like, so did he? So like, I mean, so did TJ? TJ drew the drawing.
Yes, he's the one who set up the whole
Who
scavenger
set the whole
hunt.
scavenger hunt to, I guess, help the truth come out.
Yeah, it was like kind of therapy for himself.
But like,
And so Echo cuts in.
yeah,
It's
and it's like, hey, you want to like mix it up a little bit?
yeah,
and
keep
then
the
he-
secret going.
and then
Maybe
he-
make a new one in the
Make
process.
fuck fuck this town, bro.
Nah, it's so good.
Fuck Chase.
Would you?
No, I'd fuck him with a knife in his chest.
You mean this Chase, right?
This one,
Like
this
TJ
one's
route
fun.
Chase.
Like
But
holy
for
shit.
Jenna's route, like he's too busy simping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. He's
So, like-
he's simping a lot.
Yeah, I think he was the most decent.
I mean, he's simping. He's simping a lot in this route. It's just kind of like also
it's-
like crazy.
No, it's it's toxic.
It's pretty bad.
It's
oh my
fine.
God,
It's
dude!
fine.
I can't. I didn't. I genuinely wasn't expecting that to happen.
Want him to like choke.
to like
choke
fucking
Flynn.
murder with his own hands, murder Flynn.
He's done it before.
Well, I know that, but like, I just. Flynn really doesn't deserve all the shit that happens to him in these routes.
You didn't like him though. We have recorded proof of you not.
I
liking
didn't
him.
like him, but he doesn't deserve this.
Oh, man, like,
Are you
I just
kidding?
feel like, you know,
Don't you love how the
But
game
at
is
the same
like,
time, I'm just like,
we're gonna make you hate
Jesus.
Flynn and then make you feel bad for hating Flynn.
Yeah, it's like,
some good writing.
fuck, dude. Oh my God. Seriously, you're gonna be such a good. This is gonna be such a good fucking time. You'll be glad you came.
The big grizzly bear nudges the coyote playfully, almost knocking the canine into the passenger window. Ah! Keep your paws on the wheel, or your paw at the least. This road ain't in great shape. Cameron eyes the giant half-eaten burger in the bear's equally giant paw.
Well, Cameron should just should just steer for him. Easy. GG. Easy.
Oh my God. Dev's other paw casually steers the wheel, elbow resting out through the open window. The bear looks happier than he's been in a while, somehow grinning as he chews. The coyote sighs and stares out his own window, watching the desert landscape fly by. It was nothing like this in his hometown, and he found himself wishing he was back among the pine forests. Something he'd been wishing since he moved to Pueblo for school. Technically, this was his natural habitat, but he found the whole place depressing somehow. Empty and dry and rough, it gets everywhere.
What you pouting for?
I'm not pouting.
Yeah, you are.
Oh man, Devin is so...
I love him.
He's...
I do love Devin very much. He's very good.
Cameron sighs, deciding to change the subject. So, why couldn't Larry go again?
I don't know. Said something about his car breaking down. Think he just flaked though.
Aren't there any other haunted places in Pueblo that we could have gone, like, by the school? The bear shakes his head, letting go of the wheel to crumple up the foil that had packaged his sandwich, tossing it into the back.
Not like Echo, dude. This place is the most haunted town in the entire fucking world.
I'll believe it when I see it. Cameron sighs again, and then suddenly grasps his seat. His seat as the car swerves and turns hard onto a smaller road, heading towards a big blue lake. What the fuck?
Whoops. Sorry, almost missed the turn. Gotta hit Lake Emma before the actual town.
Yeah. The road quickly ends in a small parking lot, empty and cracked. Why?
Because a lot of shit happened here.
The grizzly hops out of the car, making the entire thing tilt sideways as he squeezes his bulk out before reaching in for the camera bag. The coyote allows himself one last frustrated sigh before he gets out as well. The bear waits for him, reaching out a large padded paw. Cameron takes it and is immediately drawn into a tight embrace and a kiss. The coyote tenses up for a moment, then waits until Devin releases him. Ugh, can you not do that right after you eat a big greasy hamburger? Cameron makes a show of wiping his lips. Devin rolls his eyes.
No pleasing you, is there?
Nevertheless, the grizzly holds out his paw again, and Cameron takes it, the two of them walking towards the faint trail. It's not a pleasant walk, the trail almost obscured by sagebrush and dry vegetation. Once they reach the edge of the lake, Devin has to help the coyote down the rough, rocky terrain. The coyote feels like a child as Devin lifts him down off the boulder and onto the beach. And the bear's tree trunk biceps bulging as he does. They stand there for a moment, taking in the scenery, and then Devin leans over to set the camera bag down. Cameron stands there, looking around at the very unphotogenic lake. So what exactly happened here that you're so interested in? Devin takes off his backwards baseball cap for a moment to smooth his head fur down. He puts it back on and bends over again to take out the camera.
Some people say the lake is haunted too. Some guy got killed here in 2015, according to a few articles I read. Oh shit, it's 2020 for this.
Yeah.
What are they doing out?
They should be in
quarantine.
lockdown.
They should
like
be in fucking quarantine.
Oh, shit.
But I guess they're out in the desert, so.
Do you think they're wearing their masks?
Oh, that'd be cute, huh? Probably not. Devin doesn't strike me as someone who would wear a mask.
Oh, do you think Devin's an anti-vaxxer?
No. I just think he's like, you know what? I'm boosted. Who cares?
Oh, facts.
Right.
You know it. Cameron seems like the guy who's like still double masking.
Yeah, which, you know, fair to him.
It's fair,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, sure, Devin will wear a mask into, like, the restaurant, like, you know, if it, like, recommends it on the door. Mm-hmm. But typically he's like, I got my booster. Who fucking cares?
Right.
I'm a big, strong man.
Oh, but he
I do
is,
really
though.
like Devin, though.
He's so cute.
I do like him.
He's so fucking cute.
He's wonderful.
Wonderful.
That was self-defense, though.
Was that during the whole hysteria thing or whatever? Devin pans the camera across the length of the lake before stopping on Cameron.
You know, we were so focused on what was going on as far as with TJ, and I mean just Chase with himself in general. Mm-hmm. We didn't really see the hysteria really play out this time.
It's because it didn't. It didn't as much because it was curved by what Chase did on a prior day.
Fair enough. Okay, on a prior day, what did you do on a prior day that curved it?
That's my interpretation anyway.
Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Because why else would Echo like
not go full blown?
Well,
crazy?
Why like the entity would go to Chase to push him to murder Flynn?
I mean, true. Yeah, I guess so. Well, Chase...
also Flynn is the one that causes this hysteria.
Oh, just generally.
Yeah, it's like his like anger towards like the things not being found out. And stuff.
Right. Okay. I mean, he's got a lot of that anger in there. That's kind of a lot, for sure. Huh.
The coyote frowns at the at being filmed. Yo, same.
No, that was in 2017.
The bear pans the camera the other way now, and Cameron feels himself getting sweaty under his shirt already. Some coyote he was. It's so hot here.
Once we set ourselves up in the motel, we'll have some shade.
It's still open?
Ha! Nothing's open. Everything's abandoned now.
We're gonna get arrested for trespassing. The bear finally turns off the camera, leaning over and shove it into his bag.
Psh! The cops never come down here. It's too out of the way.
Anything for the views, right?
Hey, my subscribers are gonna love this shit. Now come on, let's get back to the car.
The bear turns and starts scrambling up the rocky boulder. Cameron waiting as he does. That's when the coyote turns around to glance back at the lake one last time, and a lizard lays in the shallows, splayed out, staring at the sky. But he's not staring because his eyes are gone, half of his muzzle missing. Fuck! Cameron jumps back, tripping over the rocks and landing against the sharp edges. The coyote hisses in pain, but fear spurs him on, still trying to scramble up the rocks after Devin. The bear's already turned around, though, reaching down to Cameron.
Shit, you alright? What happened?
As Cameron clings to the large bear, he looks back, but nothing's there. I don't know, I saw... Devin looks in the same direction, squinting. Cameron stares a while longer, then turns back and shakes his head against Devin's chest. When Cameron looks up at the bear, he's grinning, though.
Holy shit, did you see a ghost?
The coyote scowls. What? No, I just thought I saw something. It was the reflection in the water or something.
So does Devin not know that Cameron can see ghosts, like, directly?
He thinks.
He thinks that Cameron can see
He
ghosts.
hopes that Cameron can see ghosts.
And Cameron knows he sees ghosts.
Cameron is like,
Or
I
is he
hallucinate.
he's in denial.
Yeah.
I see.
He goes to therapy and takes medication for it.
Ah, I see.
The bear gives him a knowing smile. What?
You're gonna be a believer by the end of all this. I know it.
The grizzly hugs him tightly as Cameron frowns, still looking back at the shallows. It had been so real. But before he can even really collect himself, Devin is pulling him along back to the car.
Oh my god.
So that's the last route.
Damn. Is this how it felt when you finished the last route the first time?
Oh, I immediately was like, smoke room.
Dive right in. Fill that hole immediately.
100%.
Damn, that was the fucking roughest end of a route, barring like Flynn's. But like both times, I really don't know which I would prefer for him, honestly. I mean, because like either way, his spirit is still fucking stuck.
Yeah.
As we saw.
Do you want him like burning to death within the mines or choked to death in water?
I don't know. In one of those situations, he isn't killed by Chase, which seems like the worst way to go.
Okay, would you rather be choked to death, like underwater, or burned to death?
See, I don't know. Like, in all of it, like the ways I've seen drowning, like in media,
Yeah.
drowning looks horrendous.
They both seem horrendous. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't
I
know.
mean, both are painful.
It's true.
Yeah, and they both last a while.
Yeah, I guess so. They would, wouldn't they? I mean, I don't know if drowning really takes... I don't know if it really takes you that long to, like, fully drown and die, but I wonder how long it takes for you to, like, die as far as, like, losing your consciousness when you drown. You know? Like, you you would lose consciousness from lack of air instead of, like, burning all the way to death. Well, because a lot of what burning to death is like is it's like you suffocate when you burn to death. So either way, you're like shit's getting in your lungs that doesn't belong there, and that's how you die.
Can't breathe for either.
Yeah. So I don't really know which I'd pick, and I feel really bad that Flynn has to experience both of them.
How about neither?
Yeah, facts. I'd rather not either way, but like holy shit. Oh my god.
Flynn has a good time.
I mean, I guess, man.
Feels bad.
Feels bad, and it feels bad that for that to be like the one to end on, that's kind of like bruh. Oh my god. Don't just take me back to the home screen. It's gonna hit so different. This is bad. This feels bad.
This hits so
This
good.
all feels really bad.
This feels good.
This feels
good.
terrible.
Yeah, parked right next to that walking lake.
And
Yeah.
that's Flint's truck.
Well, yeah, this is this is supposed to be the end of Jenna's route.
Yeah, when they all come to here and are sitting by the truck, this is what happens at the end.
Yeah, the quote unquote best end. Well,
I liked Jenna's end. I liked the end of Jenna's route.
yeah.
Leo's route is very good. It feels like what I would
If you do
consider.
the, good ending, which is breaking up with him and stuff.
Yeah.
The bad ending is the canon route for Leo's. No, see, I think if you think about the whole story as a whole, as about Chase and Leo's relationship, Leo's route is the canon ending.
Yeah. But a lot of people think of it more like the ensemble cast. So a lot of people I think like either Flynn or Jenna's the most.
I mean, I look at it as like an entire package because like each one. offers
Yeah,
a little
you
bit
you
more
basically have to play all 5 routes.
about the characters, the town,
Yeah.
the curse, the lore,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, a lot of it's just
Because,
kind of like you do have to.
Not a lot is explained in Leo's route.
No, that's why
Yeah.
kind of I like
Everything-
Leo's
pretty
route.
much
Yeah.
everyone's route.
Yeah, I think that's why I like Leo's route first, is because it's the least supernatural of them. So it kind of is a nice lead-in.
It's definitely a thriller,
Yeah, that's what I really like
like
about
a physical thriller, but like, Jesus Christ, that
The
ending
end-
feels
the
so
ending,
bad.
Like the bad ending for Leo, that was spooky.
Yeah,
that
it
actually
was.
felt very
Yeah.
supernatural. Even though it was an accident,
it. Yeah,
it felt planned too.
Yeah,
yeah.
like Echo was like, "Oh, you think you're going somewhere, bitch?"
I hear that the bad endings in Carl and Jenna's route are real bad for the characters. So maybe
Yeah,
one
'cause-
day.
'cause-
I don't know them. I
'cause,
just
well-
people haven't spoiled it for me.
Right, but like the things that trigger it in like Jenna's route, because like in
It's a little obtuse.
in Jenna's route, you lead her to being kind of a better person, more or less, as far as how she treats people, like especially treating Heather. But you can tell her like, nah,
Fuck that bitch.
fuck that bitch, and she fucks that bitch. And apparently, I mean, can we say what it is? Does it matter?
No, we won't on. Not on.
Not on. Okay, not on. Yeah, okay. But man, damn it, we're done. Fuck.
We have
No.
to figure out what to do next.
I
after
don't
this.
like this actually.
Did you like your 8 months of furry dating sim?
I did enjoy it.
Quote unquote dating sim.
It's
Doesn't that feel like a trick?
doesn't it feel like a trick?
Sure.
That they're leading you and going look at this fun happy
that
cat.
makes me wonder if some people set other people up that is never
I had
doesn't
heard.
know jack shit.
I had assumed
about
it
that
was
guy.
a dating sim.
Yeah, they were just
Right.
choose your character and have fun.
Have fun, right?
And then
so this is why you suplex Doki
And
Doki
then
Literature Club into the
trauma.
trash. Because
Yeah.
this game is so much better.
It kind of really is, and it's free.
It's free. It has an actual point and story and characters you can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I mean,
And the spooks?
They're scary.
Genuine.
It baffles me how scary the bathroom scene in TJ's route is.
Like the first one.
Well, the second one when there's no visuals.
Yeah, I kind of
at all.
I kind of hated.
It's still scary.
I kind of hated that whole like if I was reading that by myself, I would have hated that a lot.
I was reading that by myself. At
I'm sure you did.
4 a.m.
Yeah, that's.
4 in the morning.
Oh, that's Josh. You know.
No, you know
That's
how
when
it
he.
is.
That's when he messaged me like.
Afterwards?
I went to sleep. I did have to use the restroom, and I just said I'll sleep it off.
He messaged me this morning at 4.
Like, I'm not gonna look in the mirror.
He was like, "Yo, we still doing things today?" At like 4:30 this morning. Well, yeah, it's still.
That
4:30.
sounds on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is facts.
Well, you probably wanted to make that message before you went to bed.
He was busy. Man,
Who's your favorite rap partner? Say Jenna. You know you're a coward.
no, having done them all, I think Leo's is the best. I think Leo's is the best one.
We got there.
I think Leo's is the best one.
We got there, guys.
I like Jenna's route. I like spending time with Jenna. I genuinely do.
She's a fun
I like
friend.
in her route. I like spending time with her.
Yeah.
Be it, and I can see it like removing like the sex options, like
Yeah.
the sexy options. It doesn't feel like it would change that. It doesn't feel like it would change at all.
It really feels like you're just palling around with a friend.
Yeah, and that
And I do
sounds
like that.
perfectly fine. You
Yeah.
know, Flynn's was a good route, but holy shit.
It'd be nasty.
I mean, well,
I do think it's the best written route.
It is.
Flynn's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like especially just the way it like kind of comes to an like the way it comes to an end is just so heartbreaking.
It's so good.
Like I know I said like I don't know which I'd prefer for him. Being trapped in eternal purgatory does sound like garbage when you're not just a ghost floating on the lake.
yeah.
And it's also
When you have to watch Sydney, because even then the mystery is perpetuated.
We
for
don't
him.
know how his death works because we weren't in
Time
his
and
perspective.
space.
Yeah.
It could have still happened. I assume it does.
See, that's what I was wondering. Like, does the way things happened in this route, where
I
it
see no
shows
other
the
reason why like
flashback-
Echo would like force Chase to do that to Flynn in this situation. Because remember, Chase wasn't an option to possess in Flynn's route.
Yeah, that's true.
So I assume like he still gets that raw end of the deal of like
Oh, yeah.
becoming Ghost Man.
For sure. But like, you know, because I mean, we see the flashback of the day that it happens.
Yeah.
Like, is that the same in every route? Then?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
like,
everything pre-route split is canon in all of them.
Okay. That makes sense. Man. So now confirm, and I can see why actually doing TJ's route last probably works the best because you never get a direct answer.
No, you get it
about
in
Sydney.
TJ's route.
So say if you did TJ's route second or any time before,
Yeah.
you're already like, well, we know
I've heard a lot of people doing TJ's route first because they're like, oh, they feel bad for the Lynx in that scene, so they go comfort him.
and then
I'm
they're
like, and I'm like, Leo's right there.
no, I feel like his is a great place to start first. I mean, Carl's doesn't seem like it'd be fun to do first.
It's so isolated from everything else that's happening.
If you really like Carl and want to spend time
Yeah,
with
if you
Carl,
like Carl,
sure.
Carl's route's great.
But then I feel like his would definitely skew you against Jenna if you were to want to go do her route at any point.
Even TJ's though. 'Cause
Even-
Jenna's
yeah.
like kind of.
Yeah. Jenna really is the most likable in her route.
Yeah, I kind of don't entirely like how she's written.
It's a little
specifically
unfortunate.
in TJ's route.
Yeah.
where she's so dismissive of everyone around.
She's
her,
apathetic and
like-
just doesn't give a shit. Like
okay.
period. But is it because she isn't like, you know,
I guess like Chase isn't there to help her.
That's what I mean,
So
like,
like I get it.
the way you'd think about it is like in order for her to like be able to be a part of it, she has to feel like she's being brought in.
Yeah.
So and no one else is going to reach out to her.
I guess I would assume that
Didn't have
she.
TJ.
Yeah, I guess like I assumed.
But we spend all the time with TJ.
Yeah, this you take that away from her.
So-
And
yeah.
boy, was that a mistake.
Yeah.
Right.
We saw how that went.
it's
Sure.
this is the best game of 2021.
It's kind of the facts.
Like,
It's a little bit of a problem. But goddamn, man, I can't.
are you gonna miss these guys?
I really am. Fuck.
I just feel bad. I just feel bad for everyone.
Maybe I'll just replay it in a year. It's fine.
All right.
Because
Fuck,
there's some
bro.
sort of tragedy for almost everyone.
It's for everyone.
Yeah,
It's
like everyone is so fucked up, and you just do care about them all.
I care about every single one of them,
Except
even TJ. Like,
even TJ.
Like, I care a little bit.
That's fair. But it's just like, God
Because he is kind of just like the sad, innocent boy that just kind of has to, like, bury everything to keep going.
Like, actually, like, honestly, like, what I kind of thought what was going to happen, I was not expecting the we're pushing it down and going forward TJ. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a flash forward or something where Chase talks about TJ having hung himself like 2 years ago or something. I was expecting something like that. Like,
nope, bury it.
he went and did it again. Oh my God.
You know TJ's life is gonna be rough.
Oh my
Like,
God, he's fucked up. Forever.
And you know that Chase becomes a serial killer.
Oh,
It's
facts. There is no. Oh, but like, you know, so I mean, so that murder with Flynn happens 2015.
Yeah.
What was the hysteria like of 2017? I wonder. Maybe Flynn's aunt that is like, no, this murder.
Because remember, he
or maybe Leo.
Chase doesn't mention anything when driving to. I actually just don't think the hysteria happens in 2017.
Okay.
I mean, not 2015.
No, I don't think it does.
Because like Julian would have mentioned something.
Yeah.
Chase would have mentioned gunshots or something like.
Well,
so
like-
it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I mean that's what Devin said. Devin said he's like that camera was like, oh, the hysteria. He's like, no, that happened in 2017,
Yeah.
2 years
so
after.
whatever.
I feel like that could have been. I feel like that could have been Leo then. Everything was. The friend group is beyond broken,
Yeah.
and that would affect him a lot. And because I mean,
Yeah.
especially Chase is just like, you know what?
I don't put this
It's
on
time to
you.
never talk to anyone from Echo ever again, forever,
Feels bad.
bro, man.
Leo's a good boy.
Well, I guess I have to say thanks for showing me this, but also fuck you.
Isn't it great?
It's kind of
For
great.
introducing me to this, I love it.
Isn't it great?
so
Like,
good.
oh.
making me care about these fuckers.
I want more fuckery.
That's what
It exists.
You can watch Smoke Room. You can watch a
So
Smoke Room,
tasty.
Right.
and you
I
get
started it, but I kind of stopped because I guess stuff was going on.
That's fine.
I'd like to get back on it.
it gets it gets wacky. It's wacky supernatural shenanigans.
Like
It's
all the
love
time.
supernatural
It's far more supernatural up front
yeah.
because they just expect you to have played Echo, so
Yeah.
they're just like, we're getting right into it.
And then Arches with the boys.
Oh, I love
When's
the
when's the next
boys.
build coming
I
out?
don't know.
Damn it.
Whenever it's done,
I love the boys.
I love them so much.
They're having such a bad time.
I can't wait for one of them to, or both of them to die.
Let's like they're both of them are not getting out of this period. That is just what's gonna happen. It's just what's gonna
I
happen.
don't even know what happens.
It's exciting. It's
It's
exciting.
very exciting. Well,
But I'm sorry, everyone. This is the last Echo part after like 100+ episodes,
which is wacky.
it's a little sad.
a little sad. So
But
thanks for
you know
being
what?
here for all of it.
Maybe we'll see you around.
Maybe.
A part of me is a little bit upset that you didn't. Well, I mean, I understand that the reason why Darian didn't want to join Smoke Room.
Well,
But a part of me's a little bit jelly that
I
you
will-
started it without me.
I will say moderate regret because it's very interesting, very fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were doing this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of tough to do more than one, but you know, we'll figure it
And
out.
You
Yeah.
really wanted to get on.
Plus, people
Yeah.
apparently really want me to voice William for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
He's the big, like, really hot one. That's not Nick. We'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you later, Megan. It's fine. Bye, everyone.